When I was younger, I wanted to be a leader. I remember being in the position, just a regular employee, and wishing I could get a position so that I could be a leader and lead other people. I even thought probably that I would be able to boss them around, even though I didn't use that word. I thought I had to have the position to be able to make them do what I wanted them to do. But that, of course, is a wrong mentality for a couple of reasons. First of all, leadership isn't about bossing people around. It's just not. That's not what leadership is. But more than that, and more related to this video, leadership isn't about position. You don't have to have a position to be a leader. In today's world, when it comes to the definition of leadership, often people see leadership as a position, as a manager, or even more than that, sometimes they just see leaders as those at top, the executives. But that's just not the case. A leader is anyone who guides people toward the accomplishment of a goal. And it doesn't even have to be your goal. For example, if you take people on a hike, you are guiding them to a destination, you are leading them, but you didn't create that destination. That hike, that destination you're going was already there. You're just the one leading them there. So whether you create the vision or you're just guiding them to a direction, a goal that's already there, if you're taking people there, then you're leading. And you don't have to have a position to do that. So then the question is, how can you lead when you don't have authority? How do you become that person that people want to follow to take to whatever goal or destination you want to take them to? Well, here are some ways to do that. First, you have to be a person of influence. John Maxwell said, leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. If you don't have influence with people, then you can't lead them. Even if you are in the position, you will not lead. You have to have influence with other people. And really, influence is the key to leading without authority, because since leadership is built off influence, if you have influence, then you can lead people. Now, if you want to know how to build influence, we have another video on that, but also many of the things in the rest of this video is about how to build influence. It relates to it. So keep watching and you can learn things you can do to build influence with others so that you can lead people whether you have a position or not. Second, you've got to be trustworthy. Think about you in your own life. If you have someone you can't trust, will you follow them? Will you go after them and chase after them if you're not sure they will do what they said they will do? Will you just, go do whatever they say and just rely on them and put your neck on the line if you're not sure if they're going to follow through? My guess is no. You won't do that because you don't trust them. It's the same with you. If people don't trust you, they're not going to follow you. If you aren't reliable, that you don't do what you say you're going to do, or you just lie about things or cover up mistakes or hide, you're going to have low influence with people. You're going to have low trust with people because of that. So be someone who's trustworthy, who speaks the truth, who follows through in what they say they're going to do, who doesn't cut corners, who does what's right even when it's hard. Next, be a go-to person. Be someone who people can go to, and when they know they go to you, they know you're going to get it done, that you're reliable, that you're competent. You see, you can be a really nice person. You can get along with everybody and have that kind of respect with people. But if they don't trust you that you can actually get things done, if you're not reliable in that way, if you're not competent to get things done, then your influence will be limited and your ability to lead will be limited. You want to be someone who someone can trust, they can go to you, and when they go to you, by George, you will have it done and they can be 100% confident you will do that. Next, be the first person to speak up and stand up. Now, you've probably been in one of those meetings where someone asks for a volunteer or they ask for a question and everybody just sits there and there's crickets. And no one speaks up. But finally, maybe someone speaks up, they stand up and they say something, and then people see that person as someone who's brave or courageous or whatever it may be. Or you may have that situation where someone asks for a volunteer or to stand up and do something, and no one does it, but once one person does it, then other people start doing it too. You want to be that person. If you want to be seen as a leader, you want to be that person who stands up and speaks up, who raises their hand, who acts. You want to be that first one up. Even when it's hard, even when you're not sure, If you're not sure of the answer, you still want to be the one to stand up and speak up and say something, because that makes you look good when it comes to leadership, makes you look courageous. People look up to you because of that. So be that kind of person. Now, when I say that, don't be that kind of annoying person who always has their hands up and raising and always wants to be the one called. Don't be that, but be the one who stands up and speaks up, and it will make you stand out. Also, related to that, when you don't know something, say so. You see, too often people, when they don't know something, when they aren't sure of the answer, or someone's talking about something and they have no clue, many times people, maybe you, I know I have been in the past, are afraid to say, hey, I don't know, could you explain that? And the thing is, we're afraid to do that because we're afraid of looking stupid. But the thing is, when I do that and you do that, we're choosing to be stupid instead of look stupid. And truth is, you really, in general, don't look stupid when you ask questions. What happens often is that there's usually other people in that room, especially if you're in a meeting, and other people don't know either. By you raising your hand and asking the question or trying to get better explanations, you actually get silent thank yous from those other people. And you look like someone who's kind of courageous and a leader by standing up and asking those questions. I know for me, there's many times I didn't speak up and ask when I should, and so I chose to be stupid instead of look stupid. But the thing was, when other people I even respected would say, oh, I don't know, could you explain that? Or hey, I'm not sure, I didn't know that, what does that mean? I'd never looked down on them for that. I always respected them for speaking up because of that. So be the person who speaks up when you don't know. Now, the next one is a big one. You help others win. You help serve others in their interest and accomplish things that they are interested in. And even more than that, when you see what goals other people have and that they're pursuing or things they want to do, and you help them accomplish that, then they are so much more willing to help you accomplish what you're trying to do because you offer to serve them and help them. So if you really want to build influence with people and have people follow you in a certain direction, see what other people's interests are, what their goals are, and help them accomplish those. And then by doing that, it helps bring them on board with you to go into the direction you want to go. And even more than that, with the next one, is you align your interests. If you can find ways that your goal, the direction you're taking, aligns with the direction they're trying to go, and you see how their goals and yours match, and you show that, then that can help bring y'all together and help people follow you even more. Next, you want to make sure you put the team and the mission over yourself. You see, you know when someone's about themselves, right? I mean, if someone's just self-seeking, they're about their career or what they can get out of whatever situation, generally you recognize it, and so does other people. And if that's the way you are, if you're about you, and focusing on what you can get out of it versus serving the team and the mission, people will notice and you'll lose respect for that. You'll lose influence with people, and people will be less inclined to follow you because of that. And that's whether you have a position or not. If you're in a position and you're trying to lead and you're just about you, people will know that, and it will hurt your influence a lot. So position or not, serve the team and mission over yourself. Next, and this is related to other ones, it's just to be a team player. Be someone people can rely on. Do what you can to help and serve others and help other people accomplish. Be about supporting other people instead of seeing them as competition. And that will go a long way in building that relationship and influence with other people when you're just a good team player and support one another instead of going against them. Another big one is to build relationships and care about people. Influence is really often built on relationships. And when you get to know people and you care about them as people, and doing the other things we've talked about and helping them accomplish their goals or whatever it may be, when you have that relationship and care about people, that builds influence, and again, they're more likely to follow you. Next, volunteer to lead when opportunities come up. If there's some kind of committee, or if there's some kind of group or team that's forming, whatever it may be the person who volunteers to lead. Be a person, even if you're not sure and everything with that, you don't have to. Good leaders listen to others. So be willing to volunteer and be a person who leads, and that makes you more seen as a leader, especially if you're a good listener and do the other things we've talked about in this video. But also, let's say you're not someone who's the leader. By you supporting the person who's leading and helping them lead, that also builds your influence with others so that you can lead later or even during that time as well. Now, if you want to learn what it takes to be a leader, whether you have a position or not, make sure you watch this video right here.